She executed the countdown almost flawlessly under pressure.
Listen, man. Listen.
That's what separates the men from the boys.
It's not a game right now, man. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? My
What's
technology
happening?
woes abound.
No.
It's crazy. I had to
Lay it on
reset the
me.
whole computer. I ended up finally paying for Creative Cloud or Creative Suite. So I finally actually have Photoshop and all of that stuff for real. It's
too legit to quit.
Reset my entire computer. So yeah, man. Windows is crazy, man. Like this whole I'm gonna update it because I feel like it, and you just gonna have to learn to live with it nonsense that they be on. Yo, they gotta chill.
It's a relationship.
They gotta really chill.
Relationships take work. Isn't that what the man said?
I'm already sick of it. This is why Mac was winning for so many years. Windows lost. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start a website. I think there's a Nas Lost website, isn't there? I'm gonna start a Windows Lost website.
So you had to reset your entire computer, reinstall everything.
I did. I reinstalled everything that some of the BS that I was like, not putting that back on there.
It's a good time to do a little spring cleaning. Yeah.
Yep.
Keep things fresh.
Reinstall some stuff. So it's just pretty much just video games, Photoshop, Premiere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a couple things. That's it.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. And to reward myself.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Flex alert.
Jumped out and got I had to flex on him. Went out and got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Foldable phone in the building. It's a phone. Is it a tablet? Is it a phone? I don't even know. But yeah, it's crazy. First couple hours. And totally, okay, this is the opening question.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't do an unboxing on the...
I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
What were you saying?
What's that dude? The Marquise? Whatever. The famous dude, like black dude that does almost all the unboxings. I'm like, yo, he got it locked down for the culture. Do you have an authenticator app on your phone?
Google?
Like Google Authenticator or yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Russia. What?
All right. There you go. Never, if you have one, make sure that you transfer over your authenticator app, your authenticator stuff before you change your phone. Because if you do not, you are locked out of everything.
Oh, wow.
So I am completely locked out of like 5 or 6 different things that I need my authenticator for.
Wow.
And you got to do they're like, okay, hold up your ID, write today's date, sing a song. Like you got to do a gang of stuff to get back
Certified
into it.
mail,
So, yeah.
Pony Express.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. So yeah, that's the only thing that I messed up on. But outside of that, it's dope so far.
Wow. And this phone has what, like 5 or 6 additional surfaces for you to crack? Well, that's good.
Listen, I gotta treat this phone like if we're at, put it this way, let's say we're at I don't know, somewhere the Grand Canyon. And I'm holding my 6-year-old and I'm holding my phone. And one of them's about to fall. I will watch my 6-year-old with a slow tear as she pummels down deep into the canyon because I am not dropping this phone.
Wow. Wow.
That is so horrible. That is not true. My sister probably is listening to this like, would you never say that again? I am kidding. I'm kidding.
No, what you have to do with your 6-year-old is the same thing. I have generally I'm carrying 2 phones. One is my actual phone that I barely touch. I check it when I can't do something, I can't see something on my watch or whatever, but I try not to touch it. And I don't even take it. I barely take it out of the house.
The flex is so real.
Flex is big. And then I have the old janky phone that I use to like stream stuff and,
Okay.
Whatever. So that's the phone I'm usually carrying around. But do you ever do the trick or the move, I don't know if it's a trick, where you drop the phone and you make sure you kind of kick it, or you don't kick it, but you like try and catch it with your foot like a hacky sack so that it doesn't hit the floor at full force? Oh, I'm a master at that.
What?
I've never broken a phone
would
screen.
You ever?
Oh, it's not a good thing to be good at. It's just that I dropped the phone a lot, but I've never broken a screen.
It's insane. It's insane. I was like perfect until my last 3 phones. And then it was like within a month. It was like literally
my relationship record has been fantastic until my first 3 divorces.
Basically, that's basically what my phone situation is. I was flawless. I used to brag about it. Like, how do y'all break phone screens? It's so stupid. And then I would just get out the car and be like, and hear it. Bam.
Bam.
Oh, man. Come on.
You got to kick it.
I really do that.
You got to kick it. Phone can take more damage moving sideways than vertically. That's my theory.
Hey, you learn the value of a phone when you try to trade that joint in. How they look at it, they be like, you give them the phone, they be like.
And we've made the point on this show that the phone that you made fun of, my phone that you made fun of,
the one with the spare tire on the back, I was able that was
to
crazy.
I was able to MacGyver that thing well enough that I got the trade-in credit on it. I had all kinds of...
I told you, they were just baffled by the science of that thing. Like, what is this? We need to study this. It had nothing to do with how well...
Tight. I was like, just hold long enough till it passes the test. I guarantee you they just said, hey, this is worth $100 just for how funny this looks.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, yo, where did he get this from? This is the bootleg of the bootleg. This is crazy. This is made in China and Russia at the same time. Like, how they do it at the same time?
Oh, man.
All right, man. Let's get on to the other side, man. We got to talk about it. It's a bittersweet one. You know what I'm saying? For me to discuss hometown heroes.
Yeah.
But, Kev, let's get into the other side, man. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam, Kev Sakoda.
Your rap authenticator.
Dude, I hate that. It just makes no sense to just be unable to access. It's me. I'm me. Remember? I'm the one who actually has the account. Anyway, yo, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you'd like to catch past episodes of our show, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you would like to catch us on TV, you can go to BTSN. That's Behind the Scenes Network. What you do is you download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon devices. Click on the app or channel, and you are right there with us and plenty of dope content. They got content from Hyro right now. They're helping out Hyro Coin. It's a lot of stuff going on. And matter of fact, speaking of a lot of stuff, they're right now doing funding, right? BTSN is getting ready to launch and grow. So you can go to wefunder.com/BTSN.2. That is wefunder.com/BTSN.2. And you will be able to early invest, Kev, in BTSN as they grow their network. They have content up right now with a casual from Hieroglyphics discussing just how crowdfunding works and how to build these networks from the inside and home grow them, and a lot of things that I think we all can use and learn from to continue to develop our own, ideas. So support BTSN.com. Support BTSN Behind the Scenes Network. Go to wefunder.com/BTSN.2 to become an investor in BTSN. There you go.
Can I mention something? I had trouble sleeping last night. And the thing is that every so often I'll wake up with either the best idea or the worst idea. And one of the things that woke me up last night was, and I don't know if this has already happened, but why has Doja Cat not created a Doja coin? Or has she?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, that's a mistake. That's money on the table as far as I'm concerned.
So this is not any direction we were going to take this show, but what I find interesting about these coins is and NFTs and things of that nature is how these things can be used, really, like the Hyro coin, for example, just to support your favorite group or artist, right? Sure. Like if I was to create a crown heavy crypto, you know what I'm saying? Like people from all over the world can get involved in it, and there can be a growth in an outcome and blah 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 blah, right? But here's the thing: when does it end? Like, what if Hyrule Coin becomes Bitcoin? And now we're like, okay, wait a minute. So now the currency that we're using to buy things through PayPal is like our favorite rap group. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how this, what I'm saying?
It'll never be over.
It's like,
was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no.
The Germans. All right, our history
Doja Cat
off here.
Doja Coin.
Doja Cat, Doja Coin. All right,
with a picture of a dog, just a
cow. A cow.
Oh, a cow and a French fry. Cow with a French fry up its nose. That would be strong.
To represent her song. You're familiar with the cow song, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. She did a song, basically. For those who aren't familiar, she did a song where the chorus is "Bitch, I'm a cow." It's the most hilarious thing.
That was PreFoot Controversy.
Yes.
That's early Doja Coin.
Early Doja Coin. See, Kev, if she does that and you don't get a piece of the profits, we have this recorded on Rap Sucks Radio.
Well,
I'm saying.
So that's something.
There you go.
Perhaps I should hold up a newspaper.
This is today's date, and this is my face, and this is my ID.
Proof of life.
Can you please let me into my account?
This is my Google
like it's mine. Please, it's me though. Hi. Good grief. Yo, Kev.
Yes, sir.
Who got to chill this week, man?
InNOut. InNOut Burger.
Come on, man. We gotta
the
do
beloved
this, man.
InNOut Burger.
You know what I mean? Like we doing this. All right, let's do it. InNOut got to chill, man. Topic title that Kev put is Omicron Animal-Style. Good job. Reason is InNOut Burger appears defiant as enforcement of LA's proof of vaccination requirement for indoor dining begins. The source for this is cbslocal.com. The players involved there, InNOut, and in all caps with one exclamation point, freedom. All right. Kev, check it out. Even with the threat of fines of up to $5,000, it appears that one of California's most iconic fast food chain restaurants, InNOut Burger, remains defiant as enforcement of the city's mandate that customers' proof of vaccination be confirmed for indoor dining goes into effect. CBS LA's political reporter, Tom Waits, visited InNOut's across the city Tuesday night and found it was... Yeah, good job. Yeah. Business as usual, despite the fact that the burger chain could face fines. At no point during any of the visits to 5 different locations was Waite ever asked to show proof of vaccination. Not while entering the restaurant, while ordering, or even while sitting at table indoors. When the first vaccination mandates in the state began to fall in the Bay Area, the burger chain refused to comply. It was fined and forced to close all indoor dining rooms. In October, the company released a statement reading in part, and I quote, InNOut Burger strongly believes in serving all customers who visit us and making all customers feel welcome. We refuse to become the vaccination police for any government. Freedom. That wasn't part of their thing. So end quote after government. Anyway, it now appears that the SoCal-based restaurant from the 626, by the way, chain is prepared to see how far it can go in defying the city of Los Angeles' mandate, one of the strictest in the country. At least one customer spoke to CBS LA and agreed with InNOut. Of course, I'm not going to read it in the accent I think it came out in, but you have the right to eat here or not. It's their business, not ours. It's to them, the customer says. I think he meant it's up to them, but Kev.
Maybe Tom Waite is not a very good listener.
Maybe not, because there were a couple of errors in that I had to actually read through. You guys think that I was reading that? That's how it was written. All right, Kev, what's up?
I don't know, man. At first I think I was a little irritated, but I think I agree with the customer.
You think you agree with the customer?
I don't think I disagree with him. Now that I think about it,
dines in at In-N-Out anyway? Like, what are you doing? Who sits inside of an In-N-Out? Like, why would you ever? Nobody does this. Not a single human being. What are you doing? Like, why? Unless, okay, this is the only reason to dine at In-N-Out. Okay, you have people family in from out of town. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You decided to go shopping or whatever is near said In-N-Out, and you're going to continue on with your day, but it's lunch or whatever. Then you might sit down with your grandfather or your father-in-law or mother-in-law and you would eat inside of an In-N-Out. But outside of that, there's a reason why that drive-through is down the street. Nobody sits in In-N-Out and eats, so who cares? Whatever. It's like it was like that guy and Tom Waits were the only people. He couldn't get 5 quotes. He got 1 quote. You know why? Because there's only one clown sitting inside of an In-N-Out. That's why.
Everyone else just drove off.
Yeah, everybody else pulled off. They waved at him. Like, what's the CBS local doing here? We're out.
Yeah. And the reason that I said that I might have been irritated is because I think, like, you know, the owner is a pretty religious person. I think she's kind of a Trump, you know, she was a Trump supporter. Yeah. It's kind of like the reason why, like, I'll go to Home Depot, but if there's, but once I move closer to Lowe's, well, I'm gonna go to Lowe's.
And the funny thing is, I don't know what Lowe's stance is on anything, but I would feel like they're similar because it just seems like the type of market. I don't know. Has Lowe's ever expressed that they're any different from Home Depot?
I don't think so, but they haven't. But I think they're also run by an African American man.
Oh, really? Well, there's that.
So hey,
I never knew that. And now I shop at Lowe's.
You know, I'm an ally. You know what I'm saying? I think it's okay for me to say that. It's always okay for you to say of yourself that you are an ally. I think you are really the only one who knows, right? Of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't let other people say it before you say it yourself.
You know what? I think that's better than I have black friends. Right? Like, right? And say I'm an ally. That's easier, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not going to be like, go ahead.
Yeah. Never be afraid to point out that of all the bones in your body, there is not a racist one.
You don't have one
amongst them all.
I feel like, and this is one of the funniest things about allyship and all of that, right? is no, listen, we talked about this on the show before. Like, that doesn't mean that you can speak for said group that you are an ally for, right? Like, this is what it sounds like. You're like saying, or it's like me saying, I know how the Asians feel. Like, that's what it sounds like when you're like speaking for people. And I'm always sitting there like, why are you doing this? You can stop there. You should have stopped 4 sentences ago. You should have just said, I disagree with said action. I agree with said action. I'm down for the cause and I'm done. But then you start getting into how people feel. So I'm going to tell y'all, stop doing that. Because that's how it sounds.
That's because I finally, you know, whatever. I'm like, they gave to the Republican Party, whatever. They still make a good burger.
They do.
But then I, you know, when I'm reading this article, and then I was like, you know, what's up with, because it said, they make a point of saying she's an heiress, which I think is kind of a chicken thing to say. You know, it's like, I get it. Yeah. She evidently is still running the business, you know, it's like, but I think it's kind of an underhanded way to say that she doesn't deserve whatever, because she's like one of the richest people in the country, definitely one of the richest women in the country. She, you know, inherited the business from a couple generations of people who seem to have run the business pretty damn well. Probably not the most progressive white folks in the world, but
I had never heard anything about them other than they've donated to different causes on both sides of the line. Towards the red side of the line than the blue. But you're in California, I think you're going to end up donating to something blue no matter where your stance is at some point. Yeah.
Let me ask you a hypothetical question, Trek.
Sure.
Say you are a 35-year-old white woman, for the sake of argument. Okay.
For the sake of argument, this is about as distant of what I am in real life. But yes, let's try this out.
Well, you know, you have a new owner of a foldable phone.
I am.
And you are one of the richest Americans in America. And the food you make is loved by all.
By all.
if you were going to contribute to a party that was going to do everything possible to make sure that you would stay as rich as you possibly could, would you support that even though they might do some otherwise kind of foul things? Like, would you kind of be able to look the other way?
Viewing this as a 35-year-old white woman? Yes, absolutely. There's no, viewing this as me, it's different.
Oh.
But viewing this as a 35-year-old white woman, if I can attempt. I know how the white women feel. If I could view this as a 35, yes. But see, this is the line that people have taken on InNOut. Now, the other InNOut is is a hot topic for a lot of people that flares up consistently. And the political reasoning only really showed up, at least in my view, when Trump was voted into office, right? Mm-hmm. For years, and I mean for years, out-of-towners have come to California, moved, and one of their root change causes in California is to deny the greatness of InNOut. That's one of the first things you do. You're an out-of-towner, you come here, you become a Clipper fan, and you dislike InNOut, right? It's real corny, by the way. This is one of the goofiest things that out-of-towners do.
You ask where the Whataburger is.
Yeah, exactly, which is okay. But, and then you have to praise Shake Shack. Okay, that's the next thing. It's kind of down the line. It's like a script, right? Mm-hmm. But then when Trump was voted into office, it took this whole different stance where it was like, and if you eat an InNOut burger, you also love Donald Trump. It's like, okay, now listen. Don't pump no gas. It's a gang of people that are Republicans that sell products that you enjoy. You're going to have to draw the line in quite a few different places at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I get it if you want to boycott a business, but I did not hear that from someone who hadn't taken a strong stance on InNOut as a product. And that was when I was like, okay, you guys are a little strange now. Now we're going to do this to where just like the burger or don't. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, the only thing that's changed for me is that now whenever I go and get InNOut, I come home, I spread out the day's Wall Street Journal on the kitchen table just so I don't get any grease on the table, turn on Fox News, and I just have the full experience, man. It's great. Get the watered down lemonade. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You got if you're gonna do it, you got to do it right, man. One thing is that I hope
damn Obama.
I just hope Obama is a Kenyan Muslim. I just hope that she's not discouraging the employees from getting vaccinated, which I have no reason to believe that she's doing that, but because they're good kids. They're good kids overall.
They all seem like really good.
I dare you to go to an InNOut and not say, you know what? I wouldn't mind my kid growing up to be as pleasant as you. It's a good kid.
Yeah. Very, very, very much. Their hiring process.
Hate to see you die.
Right, or cause one of your own family members to die. But no, it just doesn't seem like a business that would comply to begin with. Yeah. I mean, if you recognize the Huntington Beach-esque imagery, the diner-esque imagery of an InNOut, you automatically know that they're not going to be compliant with anything that has anything to do with,
Yeah,
and it just doesn't seem like it. You know what I'm saying?
And if your fine is up to $5,000, they can make that in half a lunch rush.
Yeah, I think they made that this year off me.
Yeah, they can make that in fries. Are you kidding? And like you said, I think the first point you made is really the main point, which is pre-COVID, I stopped going to InNOut in large part because the dining room was already jam-packed with a bunch of maniacs. So it's not like InNOut has been on my short list of, the first place that I was going to go back for an in-room dining experience.
It's the world's most uncomfortable place to eat. It's like pure terrible. White everywhere. It's like being in a freaking, mental institution. It's like bright white,
very
red
bright.
Everywhere. The seats are made of like the hardest plastic possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody wants to
you always
sit there
feel
and
like
eat
there's always somebody standing there waiting for a seat. And you're like, don't act in the slightest way like you're done.
the best, or at least that I've seen. Dine In is the one in Covina for me. It's like it's not 2 stories, but it's got like kind of a bi-level thing, and there's enough space, even when there's enough space for people to sit down, right? But we still were like, you feel like you have to eat as fast as possible. Like, no, I'm gonna go home, turn on my TV, I'm eating my In-N-Out.
There you go.
That's why they ask you, do you want to eat in the car? And you're like, no.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't.
I don't care. I don't even. What did that mean? Oh, they give you a different container.
They give you like the open,
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna crack this bag open and go after these fries one way or the other. He's like, just put some more salt on. I actually asked him, please put more salt on my fries.
Yeah, do you get the car fries and then the home fries?
Well, it's called a fry tax, right?
That's a pro tip. Right there.
Car fries and home fries.
Yeah.
Nah, I just tax the kids. Plus, I get animal style fries anyway, so I can't even eat. I can't eat mine in the car anyway. So any fries that's getting eaten is somebody else's. Period.
Ooh, that's Debo.
That's
Debo levels.
Yep. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
It's
good
my
stuff.
$200.
All right, MAGA.
Yeah.
That's good.
MAGA, we did it. We supported.
We did it. There's a
and
lot
for
of
those
unity
that say
going on
we
here.
don't support, this
right.
is a thing. We actually supported an anti-mandate company
Chick-fil-A's next.
because ain't nobody eating inside no Chick-fil-A neither. To be square with
I
you,
don't think I've ever set foot inside a Chick-fil-A. I think I've had Chick-fil-A airdropped on an event, just out of a helicopter or something. I've had Chick-fil-A, but I can't remember how I got it. Honestly,
I don't know. It's not that great to me, but the thing about kind of this whole thing, especially this particular mandate, is I haven't seen where anyone has been applying it. Now, granted, I haven't been. I just did a corporate party on Friday, and in order to work to MC at the party, I had to have verify my vaccination status, but no one asked me for it at all. I just said yes. And they said bring the card. So no one actually asked me. They just said,
they just winked at you.
So I guess if the, right. So I guess maybe if authorities show up, then they're like, he got it. And if you don't, they're like, he told us he had it. I don't know how that would work out, but so far, safe? I mean, I don't know. I guess we had to keep our mask on the whole time because we're technically staff. So the only
I'm vaccinated, man. I got my booster over the weekend. I feel invincible, bro. I got hit by a car today, and nothing happened. The only reason, and I realized the only reason I got hit by a car because I'm magnetic.
Moving
it's
on
not
to
the
the
car's
next
fault.
topic.
It's my fault. It's on me.
Kev, topic number 2.
Yes.
And a loose toilet shall reveal his blessings is the title of this topic. The reason, Kev, is a plumber finds cash checks behind a loose toilet in a wall at Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church. I heard this story just randomly and it literally was like, that's odd. And didn't even think to talk about it on the show. I was like, that's actually strange. Anyway, NBCnews.com and Insider.com are who we're sourcing this information from. This is Joel Osteen's Super Mario Bros. Good job. And God are all players involved in this. Joel Osteen's Super Mario Bros. And God. Check this out. Envelopes full of cash and checks were found behind a loose toilet by a plumber doing repairs at celebrity televangelist Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church in Texas, according to a church representative. The plumber detailed the bizarre discovery made on November 10th at the Houston megachurch on the morning show 100.3 The Bull, a country music radio station in the city. So that's how I didn't know about it. Because The Bull, right? I was going to try to make a noise like a galloping sound. Watch out for that bull. All right.
Moo.
So.
Moo, bitch.
I want them to do a country version of
it would be
that
Doja
song.
Cat.
Anyway.
Moo.
All right. So there was a loose. This is a quote from the plumber, not named Luigi. possibly named Mario, by the way. Okay, anyway. He says, there was a loose toilet in the wall, and we removed the tile. He said, went to go remove the toilet, and I moved some insulation away, and about 500 envelopes fell out of the wall. And I was like, oh, wow. The plumber then contacted the maintenance supervisor and turned the envelopes in. It's not clear how much money was in the envelopes. Representative from the church acknowledged the discovery. Recently, while repair work was being done at the church, blah, 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 there were checks were found. Lakewood Church immediately notified the Houston Police Department and assisted them with their investigation. The money mystery comes after $600,000 in checks and cash disappeared from the church's safe in 2014. The Houston Chronicle reported then no arrests were made in the case, and the Houston Police Department's investigation remains open. So they might be the Mario. We might have solved the mystery. Like, this is interesting.
You got any? You got any Osteen hive in your family?
I do not.
Any Obros?
No Obros. No.
Okay, let's talk about them then.
I'm from a black family. Joel Osteen is not enough. You don't preach hard enough for us. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure Joel Osteen. He's an ally. He told me.
He knows how the blacks feel. I'm going to say that so many times that whenever you guys see an ally, listeners, you guys are going to think that person's going to say, this person's an ally. He knows how the Mexicans feel.
No. That's the best way to put that, bring that to a head.
Just ruin it.
Just ruin it.
God, dude, we ruin everything. All right.
Oh, man.
So mystery solved. 600,000 goes missing. Somebody hid it behind a toilet, never came back to get it. What was the end goal here? What's the end game here?
I don't know. What I want to know is what kind of holy dumps are they taking in this place? I mean, good Lord.
Man, listen.
And what was again, kind of like with the last topic saying that this was a daring act and a defiant act on the part of a billionaire to stare down the barrel of up to $5,000 fine. Is Joel Osteen really hamstering away, squirreling away 600 G's in his toilet wall? His guest toilet wall?
Maybe if everything falls down.
That's his go bag?
That's his bug out bag. That's where he was at.
Come on.
The thing about it is there were checks in there. How old were these checks? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever tried to cash an old check?
Yeah, you can't.
You can't do it.
Yeah. So, I would imagine that, as I said, Joel O and I are on a first name basis, right? He told me he's an ally. I don't think this is a scam.
No, I think somebody.
I've never seen it, but I would imagine his personal shitter is welded down directly to the Earth's core, so it's not ever going to get loose. First of all, he probably wipes his ass with $600,000 bills,
just for the heck of it.
I don't see any upside in
just to show you how little he values money over the Lord.
Unless it's just some sort of act of dominance.
No, look, I think somebody might have had a plan and the plan failed, and then it was just behind the wall for all that time, and they've been scheming. If you go into their house, there's schematic drawings and an Acme trap made by Wile E. Coyote, just a way to get in and get this money from behind this wall, and they never figured it out.
It's Deacon Jones.
You know what I'm saying? It's the skeleton from Pirates of the Caribbean at this point. Like the treasure hunting skeletons are like those are the ones who hid it behind the wall. It's a pirate's life for me, Kev. Listen. Topic number 3, Kev. You stated, I hope they fix these toilets too.
I do. I'm more concerned about these toilets than Joel's toilets.
With excellent reasoning. I might add. All right. NASA's chili pepper experiment broke 2 world records. Possibly more
Possibly
on the way,
3.
to be honest with you. It's going to be a lot of world records, including one for feeding the most astronauts from a crop grown on the ISS, International
What kind of
Space
crop was that,
Station.
Shrek? Was it broccoli, perhaps? Perhaps a nice crop of strawberries? Or
Weed.
organically grown radishes, perhaps?
Listen, BusinessInsider.com reports this. Players involved are NASA, ISS, and Space Tacos, Kev says. So, a NASA plant experiment, which consisted of growing and harvesting chili peppers in space, broke a record for feeding the most astronauts from a crop grown in space. The experiment also made history as the longest one to take place on the International Space Station. It was the second time chili peppers had been grown in space. So it was reported that the first time around, the ISS crew used them in tacos along with fajita beef and vegetables. Where did they get the beef from? In
Doja
Spain.
Cat.
And I know there's a reasonable answer. They flew it out there, but no, fam. No, I'm not. Nah, space beef sounds horrible. Yeah, them toilets definitely chili peppers. you guys,
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this is a space accident just waiting to happen.
This is rough. And the toilets never work. This is rough.
It's not Taco
rough.
Tuesday. It's Taco Poos Day.
You need professional help. This fool said Taco Poos Day. Kev, did they jettison the poo out into space?
Not on SpaceX. They just let it let it ride.
Float on. I mean, that seems like the best thing to do. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Every time, have you ever been walking? This is I'm gonna give y'all a Trek moment, like just so y'all know how foolish my mind works. So, airplanes do that, right? At a certain height, they'll release
and just hope for the best.
Right. I mean, obviously under the guise that it can't, whatever would happen before it actually hits the earth. But have you ever been walking? I don't know, but this is so somebody can correct me, but if I'm wrong about this, but I've read or probably was told by somebody who was probably wrong about it, that they will let it go. Right. Okay. So occasionally I'll be walking, there'll be a clear sky and I'll just get hit with a drop of what feels like a random, I don't know. And I'll always be like, see, man, I wonder if.
Were you in Philly at the time when this happened?
Right. No, I think Philly would be very deliberate. If I ever go to Philly, I'm not wearing a Trek Life hoodie, that's for sure. No, man, I don't know. Let me look while you're expounding on the topic. I gotta look this up. Do airplanes?
Have you ever had a bad day after tacos, and that last, like you're in the red zone, right? That last 10 yards to the goal line, and you know the toilet is right there. You're going to be okay, right? But it's stressful little run, right? Jog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now imagine how much greater that stress would be if you have to get to that toilet, but you're in zero gravity and your feet can't get any purchase on any solid surface.
After like 50 chilies, because it's the only thing that could grow on the stupid station, and space beef.
Yeah. You look like you're just bicycling.
And and your buddies, if they're anything like our friends.
Can you push me? And they're pushing you away. They're pushing you in the opposite direction of the.
All while playing like the Olympic theme, doom, 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 doom. Whatever the name of that song is called.
Oh man!
All right, so I googled it real quick.
Talk about chariots of fire.
Chariot. Wow.
Wow.
How did that work out so perfectly on this show? This is one of the best episodes ever, just because of that. So there is no mechanism to drop poop and pee from the sky, but leaks do occur. That is that's the
Sure.
So that's
the same slogan from Depends. not that I would know.
Well, at this point you can't backtrack too far out of that one. you got walked into that one, buddy.
You know how I know that they don't dump that out though?
How?
Because anytime you go into the bathroom on a plane, it seems like there's stuff in there that's been there since the Nixon administration.
Wait, really? Because whenever you flush the toilet on a plane, I feel like that's going right out into the sky as hard as that damn flush is. I'm like,
that's fair. Yeah, but I feel like it's just going into the luggage compartment quickly with a high rate of speed.
There's a secondary thing here, right? As hard as that damn flush is, where the hell on the plane does it go? Because it's just crazy.
What it does? It goes down one side of the plane and just goes right up into the toilet on the other side of the plane. Ping pong it back. It's just a U. There's just the plumbing system on a plane is just a U-shaped pipe.
I feel like, listen, they're lying. When you flush that toilet, that joint goes right out into the damn sky. I'm sorry. That's why they won't let you use the bathroom at a certain altitude. Like, they don't want anybody to truly see it. There's my conspiracy theory, y'all. I'm not a high conspiracy theory person or don't believe in them very highly, but that's one I believe. I do believe that they
don't be a sheep.
No, man, because I've flushed the toilet and stepped back. Like, am I going to hold up?
Yeah.
I feel like it take your whole damn foot in hand with you. Like, like, hold up.
I used to have very long hair, and I cut it off just to make sure that wasn't going to be a mishap.
All right, I gotta watch out for it when I get on the plane next. Oh, all right. Cal.
I want to make a movie out of this article, though.
The one we just read, or the one coming up?
The one we just read.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be called Space Trots. When you get the runs in space, there's no one to hear you scream. On Disney Plus. Streaming now on Disney Plus.
That's so funny. Me and the homie Six were talking about, because the homie Six Rock, shout out to Six Rock, he's a professional tutor, own business and everything.
I was gonna say, I hope you don't bring up Six Rock to talk about him having the runs.
No. But we came up with a movie about a tutor that that murdered people if they didn't like math. It was like a horror film. We called it The Learning. There's a whole story behind it, but
you're gonna learn today.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said that the last words would be. Anyway,
now it's time for subtraction.
Fatal subtraction. All right, Kev, half a bar shot for topic number 4.
Yeah.
The fugazi, shady, space laser crazy lady. Kev is officially writing like lines for hip raps right now. The fugazi, shady, space laser crazy lady is what this is titled. Shout out to Kev Sakoda. Marjorie Taylor Greene criticized COVID-19 restrictions, saying not a single school has closed because of cancer. And as we all know, cancer is transmitted from person to person in droplets. Okay, anyway. Source for this is businessinsider.com. They're having a good day on our day on our show today.
Big in the streets here.
The Malodorus MTG. You know what I'm saying? Good job with that one. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. Representative Greene has been mocked after she criticized COVID-19 restrictions and said that not a single school has closed because of cancer. Here's the quote. Every single year, more than 600,000 people in the U.S. die from cancer. The country has never once shut down. Not a single school was closed. And every year, over 600,000 people of all ages and all races will continue to die from cancer, Greene wrote on Twitter.
By the way,
Saturday.
So far, 100% correct.
All right. Since hopefully not every year, right? But either way, fair enough. And I'm saying every year going forward. Anyway, since the quote continues, COVID-19 tracking has started, 780,000 plus people have died in 22 months in the U.S., but more than 1 million still died of cancer, she said. She's still going with these numbers, man. Mm-hmm. Several celebrity Twitter users responded by mocking the congresswoman for making the comparison, as it seemingly implied that cancer is contagious. All right. Kim Jong responded and said, "Cancer isn't contagious, dummy."
Yeah, little Korean red fox there, huh?
Get it in, you big dummy. Oh, well, my man George, George Takei. Takei, right?
Oh, my.
That's my guy, man. Tell me you're really stupid without saying you're really stupid. Good job, man. Shout out to the Asian community for firing back accurately and perfectly.
Oh, your Asian first responders.
In her tweets on Saturday, Greene also claimed that COVID-19 restrictions, including masks and vaccines, do not stop the spread of the virus and are a form of government control. All of that is so ridiculous.
That's where you lost me.
Yeah. She said all of that is so ridiculous at this point that I'm like done with that conversation. It's so stupid. Like, we're done with this, right? You guys do realize that, okay, whatever. She also voiced her support for ivermectin, an anti-parasitic drug often used on animals as a treatment for the virus. Greene also
like
claimed
cows.
that COVID-19... Shout out to Doja Cat.
Cows in every segment.
Greene also claimed that COVID-19 predominantly targets obese and older people and that the government should focus on addressing that. Exactly how do you address age?
It's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, so are you saying to kill all the fat in old people? Is that the solution? Because that's cold-blooded. That is cold-blooded.
She said, to care about others and save lives, our response to COVID-19 should be working towards ending obesity, promote COVID treatments that are proven to work, and stop the politically driven mass hysteria. Listen, you do realize that working towards ending obesity would involve quite a bit of mandate and restriction, right? Just so we're all clear here.
Well,
right?
What you can do, and this is just an idea, but what you can do is prevent restaurants from selling 48-ounce sodas.
Well, New York tried that.
InNOut restaurants. Oh, they did?
New York tried it.
And what did they call it?
What was it? The
government control. Bloomberg's government control.
Yeah. Look,
you think she walks into a room full of robust, rotund people and just says, "Moo, bish"?
Yo, she's insane. Like, I don't know, man.
She already got more. She already got more than a half a bar. Darn it! Yeah, she's. I mean, you gotta feed your fan base, I guess. Once I saw that Ken Jeong and George Takei had already weighed in, I knew that there was nothing else productive.
Yep.
That I could add.
Yeah.
To the conversation.
Yep. And I've been pronouncing his last name wrong for my entire life. George Takei. Thank you.
You said George Takei.
I did.
You know, it's growth. It's growth.
It's an A for effort, man. I know how the Asians feel. All right, Kev, we are here. We're getting towards the end of the show.
Thank God.
And we are about to present. We've had a cow in every segment. I think it is time for us to end this thing. Time for us to bring up the Sakoda ones. For those of you guys who do not know what the Sakoda ones are. Hoo-ha.
Why do we not have that as a drop?
I mean, we should, but
it'd be so much easier because every time I do it, you know why I do it now? It's because I know that it's painful for you to try and have to do the. There's too much energy required.
No, I thought you only did it because you knew that you can't do that without somebody who knows what to do doing that noise. Well, that's end.
Of course, but right. I know you don't really want to do it. If you tell me that you really want to do it, then you know what, I'll keep doing it.
I have no problem doing it. It's like shout out to the homies from Below Z. I guess they told me a story about when they were in high school and they started screaming "shiny happy people holding hands" from one person would scream it, then the next person would do the chorus, and it would go build all the way up to when they were walking in between classes. So occasionally somebody would just walk out of their classroom and yell "shiny happy people holding hands," and the next person down the line would like "shiny happy people," and it would just keep going. I thought that was great. That's a great high school thing to do.
Big Michael Stipe energy.
All right, so Bruce Willis,
R.E.M.ergy.
Let me stop this right here.
Okay.
Before we go any further, I read on Facebook, so this is not an official article, that "Losing My Religion," the song "Losing My Religion," is about jerking off. Is there any confirmation of that you're aware of?
I don't know. Let me get the owner of InNOut on the phone to ask her.
All right, Kev. Sakoda ones where we present a headline, crazy, or whatever headline to Kev, and Kev responds with his usual intellectual hilarity. There we go. All right, so here we go. Kev.
Yes.
Bruce Willis declares, and I quote, "Die Hard is not a Christmas movie." This happened in 2018. I think we actually even talked about this on the show at one point. Kev, Bruce Willis declares, the line is, "Die Hard is not a Christmas movie."
Any day that an evil German dude gets thrown from a building called Nakatomi Plaza is Christmas, as far as I'm concerned.
Big Axis power energy in that movie.
Yeah, very much. Yeah. Man thrown from a high castle.
That was pretty crazy. I've never caught that before. There's a lot of Axis power energy in that.
The only thing that would make it better is if John McClane was played by George Takei. Oh my.
Does this have a lot to do with Alan's gift that he posted of that in the chat?
I've been saying it all day just because I have forgotten about it. Oh my.
Oh my gosh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with the actual leading character actor of no, it is a Christmas movie.
Of course it is.
It is. What
Even
constitutes a Christmas movie?
It is.
Right. It happened. It's set during Christmas.
Right.
All sorts of Christmas. He was bringing gifts. It was a Christmas party.
I would rather know what Argyle thinks.
You would.
Well, wasn't Family Matters, the dad from Family Matters, the cop?
Yeah.
Why aren't we asking them? I know why. I think we both know why.
Well,
you know why? You know why I know? Because I'm an ally.
Hey, you can't. According to the movie, you can't ask Nakatomi because that was one of the most brutal deaths of the time. I was like, damn, this cold blooded. Hans Gruber was ridiculous. I know all of these names because of the Bob's Burger rendition of it. By the way, I would have never. As much as I've watched the movie, John McClane is the only name that I knew. But
yeah.
Shout out to Bob's Burgers, man. He just walked around for like 4 seconds going, Nakatomi, Nakatomi, Nakatomi.
I need to see that.
He did a one man show of Die Hard
Bob
to
did?
compete with Gene, the son, to compete with a play that he lost to of Working Girl.
Oh well, that's as one does.
Yeah, and they said like somehow the two movies parallel, but I don't know. Yeah, you would love that episode, by the way.
Sure I would.
It's super hilarious.
Thank you.
Anyway,
That's a good tip.
Man. Yeah, check that one out. All right, so we did not include a cow in that segment. Do you want to take a chance at including a cow in the final segment?
I'm sure someone was wearing leather.
Big Axis Power energy in that movie. I got to watch that again because it is a Christmas movie and it is that season. Even if you were not a big fan of Christmas, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. All right.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Kev, next episode, let's do our top 5, each of our top 5 Christmas movies.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's do it. And try to remember that.
That's homework.
That is homework. It's one of those.
The sad thing is I'm going to do it, and then you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
No. But I can still come up. I have the top 5 on the top of my head, so it's not that hard for me.
No, okay.
So, yeah. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We really appreciate it, yo. This has been Rap Sucks Radio. I am your homeboy Trek Life, and that is your fam, Kev Sakoda.
The big, bad, insane, yellow John McClane.
Exhibit. Shout out to Exhibit. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in, man. If y'all would like to catch past episodes of Rap Sucks Radio, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. And you can also check us out on BTSN, Behind the Scenes Network, who will be doing a full relaunch of their app and their site. So if you want to get involved, man, go to wefunder.com/BTSN.2. wefunder.com/BTSN.2. Become an early investor in BTSN.com. They have plenty of great network ideas, plenty of great show ideas. We're bringing on a great team. And we're part of it, man. So supporting them is also supporting us. So holla at them at wefunder.com/BTSN.2. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, like I said before. And we are out of here like last year. On the count of 3, we say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Pick up some of that Moo coin. Cop the Moo coin. Buy the dip.
This is like Orange County rap all over it. You know what I'm saying?
Moo coin.
All right, man, we got to end this show. We out. Peace.
Bull.